Imagine building an AI agent that needs to pull live data from Stripe, HubSpot, and Slack at the same time. How do you do that? The standard path usually involves weeks of back-end work. You have to code custom authentication, configure Docker containers for the connections, and spend days debugging CORS errors just to read a few rows of data. This diagram shows the typical outcome of that manual approach. You try to wire multiple diverse APIs together at once, and you wind up with fractured security protocols and brittle endpoints that break the moment an API updates. The practical trade-off is massive. Developers are forced to spend 90% of their time acting as plumbers, building and maintaining infrastructure pipes, instead of actually training and refining their AI agents. Building bespoke, hard-coded API integrations for every tool is an inefficient use of engineering resources. To scale these agents, we need a standardized connection protocol. That standard is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. It normalizes how AI agents communicate with external tools, creating a universal language for integration. MCP solves the language barrier, but hosting remains a bottleneck. You still have to securely provision and manage the infrastructure where these endpoints live. Looking at the right side of this diagram, you see the Vinkius AI Gateway. It bridges the gap between autonomous agents and enterprise tools by handling the hosting layer for you. Adopting a managed gateway introduces a clear trade-off. You surrender some foundational control over custom API routing, and in exchange, you gain enterprise-grade security and rapid speed to market. By offloading the infrastructure, the build versus buy calculation changes. Instead of choosing between speed and control, you are choosing to focus your resources on the agent's logic rather than its wiring. The deployment process reflects this shift. You log into Vinkius, search the directory for the platform you need, and click Deploy. This comparison table shows what happens next. You instantly receive a server-sent events endpoint, bypassing DevOps entirely. No Docker configurations to troubleshoot. This efficiency means relying on Vinkius as your centralized managed gateway. From a scale perspective, Vinkius is natively compatible with standard AI development environments, meaning you can plug endpoints directly into tools like Claude Code or Cursor with zero friction. Connecting through this gateway grants your agent instant access to over 2,500 ready-to-use MCP servers. That covers major sales CRMs, B2B databases, and revenue intelligence platforms. This directory creates an ecosystem of agent capabilities. Your agent gains new skills without requiring an update to your local infrastructure. We see the real value when looking at a company's most sensitive data, customer relationships, and revenue pipelines. We'll start with Salesforce, which supports 150,000 companies. This flowchart shows the Salesforce server. Your agent creates records via SOQL queries, manages deal stages, and pulls structured forecasting data. Giving an agent these capabilities automates operations, triggering follow-up sequences and compiling reports without manual intervention. Moving over to HubSpot, the dynamic shifts to a unified system used by 228,000 teams for combining marketing and sales. Using the HubSpot MCP server, an agent orchestrates the entire revenue funnel. It seamlessly enriches contact profiles with engagement data based on user behavior. These are not static, read-only integrations. The gateway gives your agent authority to drive enterprise sales motions from first touchpoint to closed deal. For high-velocity sales teams relying on tools like Pipedrive, Vinkius allows agents to analyze win rate metrics and flag stalled deals to keep pipelines moving. Inside the Zoho CRM ecosystem of 100 million users, the server connection lets agents utilize Zia AI predictions to orchestrate targeted, multi-channel touchpoints. This structural diagram illustrates a complex enterprise environment, Microsoft Dynamics 365, combining CRM and ERP systems. The server allows your agent to navigate these structures, cross-referencing Dataverse entity management with Microsoft 365 and Teams. Whether the underlying architecture is built for speed like Pipedrive or dense ERP operations like Microsoft, Vinkius standardizes how the agent queries the system. Enterprise RevOps point out a major risk. Giving an autonomous AI full access to a CRM can lead to data leaks if not strictly managed. To address this, teams utilize Vinkius's European-hosted infrastructure. It is built strictly on a zero-trust architecture, meaning no connection is assumed safe by default. This infrastructure implements specific layers of protection. It enforces observability, executes runbooks, manages role-based access controls, and verifies identity through single sign-on. Because these policies are baked into the gateway, customer data remains protected and governed behind full SOC 2 compliance. Utilizing Vinkius takes multi-tool AI orchestration out of the sandbox and makes it safe for regulated enterprise environments. This scorecard bridges two distinct users. For solo developers, ROI is speed to deployment, eliminating Docker to get agents communicating immediately. For enterprise engineering leads, ROI is de-risking actions. You require built-in governance, zero trust validation, and secure CRM access. Whether you need to move fast or you need to mitigate risk, the calculation favors adopting a managed infrastructure over building these pipelines from scratch. So basically, if you're building anything with AI agents, this is how you standardize your connection to enterprise tools. You can test the platform immediately through a free trial, and it requires no credit card to start exploring the directory. Head over to Vinkius.com. Everything we talked about is ready to deploy. Seriously, go try it.